What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Here for a nighttime edition of the My Crypto Journey live stream. So no coffee and crypto today, a little bit of evening and Red Bull. Let's get this fucking party started, baby. Give me 1 second here. So apparently, obviously, there's some stuff going down with CZ and Binance and Coinbase. It's very interesting. We're going to get into that right now. What's up? If you're watching over on X, make sure to like, repost, all that good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe. See how the market's doing today. I'm going to be honest. I haven't really checked out the market too much today. Oh, looks like the market's dipping, actually. Jesus Christ. That's actually absolutely terrible. So market's dipping. A little bit of free fall today, which makes sense. Obviously, the whole Trump tariff situation's happening right now in real time. Obviously, we had a huge, I think the biggest liquidation period or phase that we've ever had in the crypto space, $19 billion. And a lot of people are blaming some exchanges and a lot of people are blaming the president, but I think it's a combination of both. Obviously, if you're posting about things you're going to do when it comes to like policy wise that could affect the markets, like people are going to react in a certain way, right? Trump's been a blessing and a curse on the crypto space, but we do have some more CZ cockriding, some glazing. What's up, Jayhawk? Yes, a little late today. Sorry, a little late today. But we're doing a late night stream. So we're going to be hanging out for quite a bit. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Take that away. Hold on. Why is it like that? Let me see. Style, minimal. There it is. How we doing, Jayhawk? Welcome. What's up, Fit in Crypto? What's up, Bukur Theodore? Welcome. Who is the next king? We're going to have to see, but the whole BNB and CZ situation is interesting, and I'll get into it here a little bit and give you guys a timeline of what's going on. I love that you took back over your Twitter. I'm here for you, calling shit how it is. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's get the Sebek family in here. Love these long streams. What's up, Cohens? Even if you FUD my bags. Dude, it's kind of crazy. So I made some bookmarks. What's up, Bugatti? How we doing? Okay, so this is pretty much what's been going on. So, and I saved a lot of shit. So pretty much, right? This is what happened. So this community member pretty much called out CZ for, they said like, predatory, you could say listing practices. And his name is CJ. Let me plug it in here. But today, the big news is that Coinbase did list BNB, which is huge. Like Coinbase listing BNB is kind of a big deal, right? Because for the longest time, Coinbase hasn't even thought about listing BNB. But I think this had a lot to do with it. And it had to do with this CJX tech guy who's been absolutely killing it, by the way. He's a base kind of community member, it looks like. But he made a post about being listed on BNB. So this is what it says. So I guess this was the offer from Binance. So they want more than 1% airdrop on day one plus alpha listing, 3% further airdrops in 6 months, 1% for marketing at Binance full discretion, provide 100% of total value locked for token pool on PancakeSwap, so 1 million plus, 250K security deposit, 3% reserved for BNB holders program, 200K worth of tokens at FMN price for Binance affiliated marketers. So pretty much Binance wants an arm and a leg for getting listed. Okay. Now, what's crazy is that the Binance page actually responded. And I think they have since deleted the tweet, which is interesting because this post got 2.6 million views and pretty much saying like, this is Binance support, telling like people they're going to sue this guy for defamation. That's one of they're saying we don't do that. And they're going to sue you for defamation and those sorts of things. So it's like, to me, it's like, okay, now we're coming out and like threatening to sue random guys because, you get an NDA, right? When you sign up for some of these exchanges. And I think the biggest part of that NDA is to make it so people don't announce token listings before they get listed on an exchange, because they want to announce it. Because you can do insider trading, even though cryptos aren't securities. I guess it can't be insider trading. And it ended up like this account had like, at the time, this account had like 5,000 followers, right? So small account calling out Binance. It got a lot of views. And then Jesse from Base, obviously Base Daddy, says it should cost 0% to be listed on an exchange. So we see the Coinbase and Binance wars like starting to slowly happen, which was very, Very interesting. And since then, this guy has been like getting a ton of followers. Now he made this fake post saying that CZ blocked him, right? CZ didn't really block him. He made that post. But CZ replies and says, wow, this guy is really clout chasing. What a loser. I didn't even know who he was until he posted this fake image saying I blocked him. I could make it real, but I choose to mute instead. Ignore is the best rejection. Like literally. And then Jesse replies, he says, CJ is a very legit builder and is just frustrated that he's being told he needs to give up, more than 8% of his protocol in order to be listed on an exchange. Feel like we can do better, right? And CZ, and of course, CJ says, congratulations, you played yourself, because he didn't really block him. He just posted that. And then like, obviously BNB has like a lot of outflows and those sorts of things. We're seeing a lot of like people take their money off Binance, although I think it's probably fine. It just could be an exchange thing, right? And so CZ has to go and, of course, make a long post defending himself and those sorts of things. And to me, that's so weird because look at, like, some of these guys are my peers in the space, but let's not get it twisted. A lot of these guys, just like myself, are shitcoin shilling guys. And it seems like CZ's teaming up with these guys, like a BitLord, for example, like kind of the worst of the worst, right? Just shilling random shit. Like he's teaming up with all these guys, which is kind of strange. And everybody's out there defending him and stuff like that. But he's reposting a lot of the stuff, and he pretty much made a long emotional response about how, BNB isn't, preying on people and those sorts of things. And there's just been a lot of a drama, right? And of course, the biggest thing, right? Okay, this is a good post. So this guy says, you physically cannot get any more retarded than trying to sue your users as an exchange. Honestly impressive. Get your shit off this bank. What's wild is they're like, yeah, we just torched everyone's money. Now that we have this, have the scrutiny and all will of thousand. So pretty much they're paying back people. They're airdropping people money who lost money or they're airdropping people BNB who lost money trading because of the whole downtime issues of the wallet and stuff like that. But I got to be honest. I mean, a lot of people lost so much money trading BNB shitcoins. Like it's not even going to matter. Like a lot of people lost so many BNB shitcoins. It's not even going to matter. Like you get these small airdrops for getting absolutely wrecked. So it's like Binance is like in full defense mode, which it's one of those things where the whole Hyperliquid situation, the Hyperliquid guys, like, even though it's obvious that Binance and everybody else has been going at them, the Hyperliquid guys haven't been saying anything. They kind of just been quiet, stoic about it, and not really mentioning anything, about the whole situation, which I think is interesting, And then Hyperliquid posted, on Hyperliquid, there's no listing fee, no listing department, and no gatekeepers. Spot deployment on Hyperliquid is permissionless. Anyone can deploy a spot asset by paying a gas fee and Hype. Deployers can choose. So pretty much coming out and, just kind of, taking small jabs at Binance. So it's kind of like Binance versus the world right now, which I think is very, very interesting. So lots of drama. Oh my God, is this Jesse? Wait, who is this one? More drama. Saw this in the chat on Telegram today. It's so accurate. Relationships are not made to be one-sided. Base has done a poor job of supporting the projects that supported them. And that's why you see a community and sentiment towards Base that doesn't match its actual potential and is backfiring on them. I believe in the potential of products on Base. The narrative that Base has is very strong. But the leadership and care for the product that built up their chain most is abysmal. Instead, real builders are looked past for daily rugs and fake quotes of enthusiasm to keep building. Meanwhile, the leadership keeps rugging daily on the timeline. Base needs to read the message below, specifically you, Jesse Pollock, since the message I found was about you, and I think a lot of people on Base agree with it. Dude, what the hell is this? No, that's not a real picture of Jesse Pollock in a dress. No way. That's got to be AI. Jesse is late to support building. Binance runs to list tokens. BSC. That's interesting. What's up, Triple J? How we doing? Yeah, market looks like shit. I'm going to be honest. What's up, Philip? How we doing? Welcome. Market looks like straight dog water. It is what it is. Market's just taking a big dump right now, unfortunately. I mean, obviously, honestly, we had a great start to Pumptober. I'm not too mad about it. Like Pumptober's been pretty damn good. The whole Binance situation and Base situation, I think Base is going to be okay, but there's no way he's wearing a bikini though. That can't be real. That cannot be real. That cannot be Jesse. You can pay in gas and any token on base today. Let me see what this is. So Brian Armstrong, people may not be aware that you can pay gas fees on base with any. Okay. Yeah, we all knew that. Yeah, the whole base Binance situation thing's interesting, you know? BNB on Coinbase, what do you think? Yeah, so BNB got on Coinbase. So if you guys didn't see that. And I think somebody mentioned that I think it was Yazan mentioned that they, they're not posting. They haven't listed. Yeah, here it is right here. Wait, where'd it go? Let's see. Where's that post? I think it's Coinbase listings. Let's see. What's up, Triple J? How we doing? Market's taking a shit, Trade war with China in full effect. It seems that way. I just don't know what's real and what's fake anymore, to be honest, It's hard to tell what's real and fake anymore. I mean, I don't know because Trump does this thing where 1 second. He'll do this thing where he'll say something just to for negotiating tactic, but it'll end up wrecking the entire fucking market. So there's that. Here we go. So yeah, so Coinbase is adding BNB to the roadmap. So that's interesting. I don't know what that does, but that's very interesting. Obviously, Coinbase doesn't have a coin, so it can't be listed anywhere else. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, people complain about Coinbase a lot, but I do trust Coinbase the most. It's a publicly traded company, American company. It's been here longer. Or we got Jesse Pollock. We got Brian Armstrong, the bald daddy. That goes a long way, in my opinion. But yeah, I appreciate you, Jayhawk. Yeah, the BNB meme coins, it's just like the same. I'm on the belief that we might not get these massive crypto runners. It's crazy. And now Crash is going at Jesse. Funny that what Jesse calls a real builder, CZ called out on X as a clout chaser making fake images. Can't make this up. Anyone Jesse says the real builder is probably his brother or cousin. Pays 0% to Coinbase. Sneak 8% of supply to Jesse instead if you're his family or a real builder. What's going on? What is the lore behind that? That's interesting. So I wonder, I think this has to do a lot with it. So if you look at memes, I don't think so Toshi did flip Brett recently. So Toshi has a higher market cap than Brett, which is very interesting. So Toshi has flipped Brett. A lot of people are, you know how it is with that. What's up, Momo? How we doing? What's up, My Crypto Space UK? Yeah, so we did see that Toshi flipped Brett, which is interesting. Now, will it be like that forever? I don't know. But that is an interesting development, obviously. Give me 1 second here, guys. What's up, My Crypto Space? My Crypto Space UK. How we doing? Yeah, I've come to accept another 4 years of building my bags. I just think the meme coin craze, it's just not the same. It's not the same anymore. And I think it's just the barrier to entry to making these things is just too low. It's just too easy for people to make meme coins. And I thought that was a good thing. But the truth is, everyone's just here to make a quick bag. Even the president, right? Make a quick bag when he's in office and get out. And then fuck everyone, right? Yeah, you don't usually come on this time. I don't, but I'm going to hang out for a little bit tonight. I missed the stream this morning, but I was feeling an evening stream. And see how the engagement does for the evening stream. And so far, it's a little better. Like and share. Yes, thank you so much. Like and subscribe, share, all the good stuff. If you're watching on X, make sure to repost. One of these people is making their blockchain look very bad. Dude, Pavel Durov is such a Chad, bro. This is BNB. Dude, Crash is on one. Why is everyone so mad at Jesse? Is this real? No way. This is fucking real, dude. One of these people deployed 300 coins on the blockchain. What the fuck is wrong with his nose? Bro, How are your testosterone levels? You posting pics of dude telling up the oh yeah. All right, we got the full wars going on. Full wars. Binance versus Base versus fucking Telegram. Very interesting. I want to see what Crash has been posting. Crash is active again. You know it's on. If you want the community support, then you need to support them instead of spit on them. People think I'm talking for Brett. I'm actually talking about countless Base products that they feel have gotten spit on by. I honestly think that Jesse has done a good job of supporting Base projects. I think that's wrong. I think Breck has gotten great support compared to a lot of products. Being featured on Coinbase Wallet promotes efforts. Coinbase feature listings feature on the front of Base app and more. But the other Base products that I've tried shut up day after day to only see Jesse shilling a rug a day like it's supposed to keep the doctor away. Oh boy. I think the personal attacks are a bit much, but I do agree that Base and Jesse Pollock could help some of the larger mindshare meme products that have been here over a year. And this is for the Pepe on Base. I remember, the Pepe on Base is pretty big. We have been pushing for this chain and onboarding folks for over a year. The Blue Pepe, the Base Pepe army has been relentless. We hope that the Base leadership helps the products in the trenches daily, spreading the word and bring users on chain. Interesting. Very interesting. Interesting developments. Let's see. Tron asked Coinbase when they're going to list Tron. Been there, done that. Kraken's taking shots. Dude, we have the exchange wars right now, bro. It's crazy. The day that Jesse has to move on and take his creativity and excitement to another protocol is the day that Base coins will be liberated and set free. Damn, people are calling for his firing. Jesse Pollock is a bad actor, and the timeline knows it. Content coins are all fugazi. Bring back memes. I love you. I do have to say, though, like, I've been to one of those Base meetups. Like, it's not like he doesn't show, like, if you're a Base project, you could go there and showcase. It's not like he doesn't support small cap projects. That's actually not true. He does support small cap. Like, I'm not the biggest Jesse fan guy, okay? I'm just not, okay? I spoke with them in person. I hung out with them. He's a good dude, but I will say that he has supported Base memes. I went to the Base Summit about a year ago. They had one recently, and there's a lot of small projects there, a lot of meme coins there. Now I know with the whole Zora thing and stuff like that. That honestly, after Trump got elected, everyone's moving different. Since the whole situation. With people listing all sorts of meme coins and everybody rugging stuff, and the SEC has like loosened, its grip pretty much. I have seen a lot of people move differently. This is pretty funny. So, crypto Twitter, Binance caused the liquidations. Binance, no, we didn't. CT, here's proof that you did. Binance, we are announcing a $400 million recovery fund. Binance has been extorting billions of dollars via listing fees. Binance, no, we didn't. CT, here's proof you did. We are announcing that we charge listing fees to protect you. Yeah, Binance is in full fucking fight mode right now, which is interesting. Damn. It's actually nice to see it's actually pretty interesting seeing the exchanges go at it like this. Let's see. These are inflows. So look at, so 24-hour inflows. Binance is up quite a bit. So a lot of people were posting the other day or yesterday that Binance had a bunch of outflows. And you can see Binance executives, co-founder and chief customer service at Binance. Very interesting. Wait, an ex-executive has reportedly suggested that the platform may discontinue its creator monetization program, claiming the initiative has ultimately caused more harm than benefit to the platform and its community. What? Interesting. Damn, it's on, dude. Jesus. What else we got going on? I just got offered $15K to publish FUD about by now. No one's offering you money to publish FUD. No one does that, dude. The Base app's goal is to make live self-custody. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember the whole Saitama situation where I'm sure like Jayhawk and these guys, a lot of people thought I was paid to FUD Saitama. I said I'd do it for free, baby, you know? I do feel like the meme coin space is starting to heat up. I hope so. I mean, obviously we've seen BNB coins do well, but I just hope we get like a lot more memes, you know, like just like old school memes that pump, man. We don't get any big runner. I mean, we get runners, but it just seems like there's like, it doesn't seem like the average Joe's winning was what I'm saying, you know? Shut up, Jayhawk. What's up, Hitman? How we doing? How we doing, Hitman? Welcome, welcome. I just don't think so. You know, it just doesn't feel like the same 2021 fever, you know? I don't have to be a YN if you have such a good job. I'd have to be a YN if I didn't have such. I know. X spaces are starting to take off. That is true. I am seeing a lot of meme coin community building, and I hope it keeps going. You know, we did get some good momentum on BNB, and I was hopeful, but then we just had a massive dump. It's like literally like, I don't think that people are getting paid $20K to spread FUD about Binance. There's no way, dude. There's no way. Right? Here comes Kayla. Let's go. Kayla, welcome. There's no way, right? There's no way. CZ started the war with FTX and won. CZ started the war with Hyperliquid and lost. And CZ started the war with Crypto Twitter and got slaughtered. Lesson in there. Get your funds off Binance immediately. Interesting. Give me 1K and I'll roast the fuck out of CZ. Yeah, Hyperliquid's fine. Hyperliquid is fine. Barron, pull the liquidity. It's beautiful. How involved do you guys think Barron Trump is on this Trump? I think it's like he's super involved, dude. Cartel declares war or whatever. Hyperliquid spreading FUD about CZ and Binance is absolutely disgusting. Is Hyperliquid spreading FUD about them? There's no way. If you are a crypto KOL and someone offers you less than 20K to publish FUD about Binance, consider it an insult. That's their standard rate for others. If we can help anyone earn some cash by posting a single message worth 20K and criticize Binance, we are honored. Why is Binance in full fucking FUD? What's up, Pyro Mike? What's up, Pyro? Can you guys print my extra liquidity already? Yeah, I know. You're telling me, dude. You're fucking telling me, bro. I don't think people are getting paid to FUD Binance. This is like some Saitama playbook shit. I'm gonna hit up Austin right see if he wants to hang. He might be live right now too. They're in full. It seems like they're in like a full panic mode. Probably not. I don't know. Maybe they're just taking time to respond to everybody. I'm not sure if that's a good thing. How is Punky doing, dude? Punky's. Dude, how about Punky? I miss Punky. What do you think about Brett? I love Brett, but you know, it does look like Toshi did pass it up in market cap size. Toshi may be coming for the throne. We'll see. I'm still obviously a big Brett guy, but you got to recognize that Toshi's doing well. Obviously, he got listed on Coinbase and has support from Base, and I think that's why Crash is. No, I wouldn't say crashing out, but talking about it quite a bit. That as if I didn't have you, I'd be sliding motherfuckers. You really saving lives? I hope so. But I like Brett too. But obviously Toshi is Big Daddy right now. Get a lot of these. Fuck Binance, bigger fuck CZ, Binance scam. Binance people are getting paid 20K to FUD them. What? FYI, Binance, you are getting FUDded because of your terrible business practices that hurt the entire industry. No one is getting paid to FUD you. That's actually true. No one's getting, that's some Saitama playbook shit. Why is Coinbase the only centralized exchange without proof of reserves? Dude, fucking see, Binance is an American company. It's audited often, right? So this is why is Coinbase the largest Bitcoin ETF holder with an accountable reserve that gets audited several times a week? The only reason Bitcoin even made it to 126K is because of the ETFs and institutional money. Why is Coinbase one of the very few SEC-approved ETF custodians? Now you're reaching, kid. What's up, Merksman? How we doing? Next bull run, I save my money till it starts because so many new plays come out and dethrone what we thought were mooners. That is true. What's up, Kayla? Thank you so much for reposting the stream. I appreciate you. Welcome. Crash be crashing out. He might be crashing out a little bit right now. How you like the big, beautiful bill now? That flash crash and the tears are taking a toll on the market. I know, bro. It's bad, dude. Getting those nasty wicks downfilled. Yeah, dude, we're getting absolutely murked, bro. About time. Wait. Why you wait until I'm at the damn airport to go live, motherfucker? I feel like a late night stream today. I was feeling like a late night stream. Coinbase is obviously, this. I would say it's not about, it's not about the volume. If you think about the volume, obviously, nothing beats Binance. But obviously, Coinbase is the trusted publicly traded company. CZ calling everyone desperate for paying them $1 million in fees plus 10% supply on mail rape victim. Oh my god. This is pretty funny. Hyperliquid guys are on it. Kayla, where are you going? Kayla, where are we going? Hey, Kayla, do you think Jesse supports base builders? I mean, you went to the base meetup. I feel like he was very supportive. Every single big account that is FUDding CZ, Binance, PNB, and Aster is paid. I'm not saying they're only paid to FUD. They're sponsored by centralized exchanges, crypto VCs. I just think people are tired of Binance's shit. Going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. Fucking little hand, orange man, Trump. I know, bro. I'm fucking. No, don't get her started. She's going back to Cali. Let's go. I am going back to. No one's getting paid to FUD Binance. No one's getting paid to do that, dude. You got to be crazy if you think that somebody's doing that. Who's getting paid to fund Binance? What's up, Design DNA? How we doing? Kid says, yeah, he got to support if he wants everyone to do good because base sucks. No more dual lives, bro, with Jake. No, not in the morning. We'll probably get some down the road, but I moved away. Pancake doesn't have listing fees and is very good, bro. Okay. Obviously, BNB is way bigger than Saitama, but it's hard to compare the two, but it is like that. No government will bail out crypto, correct? Because you already did the bailout yourself. Trigger the liquidation cascade, freeze withdrawals, pocket 8 to 12 BPS on 300 billion turnover, then airdrop scraps and call it help. CZ hid my reply, repost. This is actually a good repost. Someone actually offered me 5,000 spread FUD about Binance. What an insult! I wasn't good. Dude, no one's getting. I'm telling you, these are fake messages. No one's getting offered money to FUD Binance. They're fake. But they did delete their post threatening legal action, though, which is interesting. We got to get on one damn BNB play and take it to a Billy, damn it. I mean, I tried and I got absolutely wrecked and everything. I made money on one BNB play and I got fucking wrecked on the rest of them. I did get a small airdrop, though. It wasn't very big, but I did get one. Let's see if I got more. Nope. I got like a $50 airdrop. and I lost like, I don't know, $15,000, something like that. So, hey, it's not nothing. It's not nothing. I'm going to stick to Shizu. Who's that? Dog on BNB. And then we had a Coinbase exec saying, "Do you really want courts looking at your listing process and comms?" Absolutely not. Let's see. Who's this? The real truth about Binance listing process: over the past 8 years, Binance has mass extracted billions of dollars via listing fees. When Binance claimed that, because you guys know that I remember Binance US did charge a pretty fat listing fee. I mean, we got scammed by Terrarium, but that is part of their listing process, right? That's what we saw. It was like 180K or something like that. This is back in like 2022, so things have changed. But when Binance and Hey Binance claim that Binance doesn't charge listing fees, it is an explicit lie. They get away with this because earlier this year, Binance switched to using the terms like hodler program and marketing budget. But make no mistake, Binance 100% does charge you if you want to be listed, which usually involves up to around 10% of the supply of your token, millions in cash, plus huge purchases of BNB. The end result of this extortion scheme is that Binance will list whichever project can send them the most tokens. And obviously, like if you're I'm drinking Red Bull. Sorry, Kayla. And obviously, if your token is doing well, we'll just list it naturally, like Pepe or something, because they'll get trading fees, right? It benefits them to just list it. But it says the end result of this extortion scheme is that Binance will list whichever project sends them the most tokens. Let's see. Low cap memes like TST, Nero, Act, and Cat get listed, while large organic communities like Hype and DOG get ignored. Everyone in crypto complains about rugs and scams, but nobody wants to hold the largest institution in crypto accountable for perpetuating them. If a crypto exchange actually cared about its users, they would solely evaluate products based on merit and carefully curate the best tokens possibly for their users to buy. From Bitcoin's earliest days, Satoshi made it very clear that banks were the enemy and Binance is nothing more than a very large corrupt bank. If you want to help bring an end to this practice of listing fees, which have caused significant structural damage to the crypto market and have in turn harmed millions of real people, the answer is simple: use decentralized exchanges. Decentralized exchanges are open by nature and don't require permission in order to be listed. In 2018, who's this guy? So this is the Uniswap guys. Team gave us tools to take back control, and they implemented the first, whatever this means, I think automated market maker. Ever since then, we have been marching towards a DEX sex flippening, hopefully this cycle. And we see that with perpetual DEX too, where more volume will occur on-chain than off-chain, but we have to fight hard for it. What Jesse and Base are doing to integrate DEX into the main Coinbase app is incredible. Interesting. What Hyperliquid and Jeff are doing to make DEX feel just as sleek and fast, centralized exchanges need to be celebrated. If you would like to end centralized exchange listing fees and show support for on-chain DEX builders, repost and reply so that more people pay attention to this matter. I'll repost that. Let's see. Yes, you have to. Of course, you have to pay for a listing. Yeah, they don't call it a listing fee, but it's, they want other things. They want token supply and stuff like that. You to buy BNB. BNB on Coinbase is great. You don't have to go to many wallets and bridge to be able to trade on bots. True. A low market token on XRPL called Bunny X, 277K market cap right now. Might be a good play. Nice. What do you think about shit on BNB? Jake keeps shilling the fuck out of it. I mean, that's his prerogative, but it's they're just shit coins, right? There's money to be made. I made some money on some of those, but I also lost quite a bit. You want a decent BNB meme coin? Check out Rugged Lounge. I don't even know, bro. This guy says, talking about Binance. I ran over 100 people with my car. I gave each of them a popsicle so that they have a better stay in the hospital. I went on the news and said that was the only driver in that road that gave something back while others watched. I'm a hero. We charge listing fees, but all of it goes to BNB holders. We hold 8% of the BNB supply. It's pretty cool though that Coinbase is going to offer BNB. I wonder what kind of power move that is. That has to be something calculated by Coinbase. I'd say like the trust for me in Coinbase is higher just because it's a publicly traded company in the United States. It's never left offshore. It has to at least dealt with the hardest regulatory bodies ever. We have to deal with them. And I feel like Coinbase is safer. I mean, who knows, right? It's been around for ages, but keeps slowly building. Nice. Old school BNB meme coins. There could be some old school ones that are doing well. I wouldn't be surprised if some old school BNB bangers actually pumped recently with Binance doing, obviously with the whole liquidity pairing and stuff like that helps, but fuck it, ape it on something and plan a trip to Japan. I was actually going to go to Japan, but I don't think about it. I don't think so anymore. That's crazy. Live Mario Kart racing, you're not down. You're not down. That boy Zach Humphries is whack as hell. I hate to live in the same as that nut job. I love Zach Humphries. leave Zach alone. Had to mute the mic while I farted real quick. Truly feels like BNB trends just became what Solana trends were. Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. Go with me, ho. I swear I'm poofing forever. I'm not going without you. I'm not going without you. So a wallet bought the meme coin 4 just before CZ tweet is up $1.5 million. Oh, I remember this. The wallet that bought 4 is now $12 million. Jesus Christ. Nothing has been sold. Roddy's girl can be princess. I'm Yoshi. Hey, let's go. Any foot on BNB will make it dump so that they can buy the dips. Talk about manipulation. I just don't buy that people are getting paid to FUD them, you know? Let's see. What's up, Tony? How we doing? Welcome, Rogue Community. CZ, the only motherfucker who had fatter than yours. What's up, Phil? XCL Mafia in the chat. Let's go. What's up? What's up? What's up, Cody? How we doing? Welcome, welcome. How we doing? How we doing? Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Just hanging out with the boys tonight for a little bit. Not too long, you know. Nice little night stream. Might be up tweaking later tonight because I had a Red Bull right now. Binance needs to list WikiCat and Crepe and all will be fine. WikiCat? WikiCat? The Binance Trojan horse. More recently, Binance has been heavily diversifying in hopes of maintaining control and expanding its web of influence. In April 2020, Binance, a cryptocurrency exchange, acquired CoinMarketCap for an undisclosed amount. Forbes suggested that it could be worth $400 million. Communities often put too much pressure on products to force listings on certain venues. Every product knows that visibility is key, and one of those venues is CoinMarketCap, which used to be, CoinMarketCap was one of the big enemy of Hex for a while. In order to maintain control over the space, you must own consumer-facing apps. Binance knows this, which is why it has invested heavily in consumer-facing. And I'm telling you, like when it comes to token listing sites or coin listing sites in general, CoinMarketCap is the best. It's not even close. I use it every day. Even though it kind of fucks up my computer sometimes, it's like the best. It's better than CoinGecko. CoinGecko is ugly. They just need to update the UI from CoinGecko. Consumer-facing businesses and implementing its Binance business model across them. They frame the cost as priority fees or marketing fees and proceed to charge fortunes for basic services. Since its acquisition, CoinMarketCap has been operating under the same business model as Binance, charging exchanges $50,000 for what they call a priority fee due to backlog. Because yeah, that is true. I had a token listed on CoinMarketCap and I had to pay $5,000 for an expedited listing fee. So that is actually true. You know, decentralized exchanges that want visibility to pay $50,000 and you get listed. If you didn't, it didn't used to be like this, but this is Binance's way of maintaining control. Personally, I recommend boycotting CoinMarketCap together and switching to alternatives such as CoinGecko. The thing is, CoinGecko sucks, bro. And Phil, shout out to ZBCN for getting listed on Kraken. Nice. Yeah, Astra's still doing good. Yeah, I agree that. I agree that Astra's going to be fine, right? I agree. Who the fuck is going to pay $20K to fund the biggest crypto exchange? That's dumb. Yeah, it's stupid. Perpetuating that narrative is so dumb. I've paid $5K to CMC and $1K to CoinGecko not very long ago to get this priority listing fee. So the same person. So same thing as me. I paid $5K. Even some even take that much to update info. You do have to update info. Yeah, it does cost. So you can link out the correct socials. Give me 1 second here. Bebe? Okay. Just making sure it's you. Let me see. Yeah, Astra's still doing fine. For sure, yeah. Let's see. We are watching Binance crash out using China's PR playbook. This is a very fascinating study into what goes wrong when the news of possible bad behavior meets the global audience. What's up, Pirate Mike? Flexing 34 months as a member. Pirate, thank you so much for being part of the family for so long. Dude, it's good to see you. That's why I like to stream in the evening sometimes. Well, I haven't in a while, but it's because people that are not here in the morning get to come hang out at night. Let's go, Pirate. Arr, we after your booty. These bot-filled accounts need something to stay relevant, I guess. Maybe. Chinese companies trend towards impenetrable front, always strong, never wrong. When someone calls out shitty business practices, the playbook says, run them over with your bigger brand, deny everything, act like nothing happened. This works in China, giving the context. Western companies don't operate this way, especially not US ones, unless they want their customers to revolt. Remember, we boycotted Target over having too much DEI and also boycotted Tesla for being too right-wing. It's fucking chaos over here. We do what we want. To non-Americans, the U.S. is truly the nation where we regard being able to say retard, the N-word, nigga, or talk shit online as a matter of life and death. Incredibly, talented layers spend entire careers on this. So I guess these are different people. Who's this? CEO of whatever. No, this means that we believe in that conduct should be legal, not that it should always be good or lauded. We're also a country that loves watching people get dogpiled for saying incredibly stupid shit. Overall, we give no fucks about authority, especially relative to China. Yeah, it's America versus China thing. What's up, Glenn? How we doing? Yes, afternoon stream or evening stream. We ride, baby. Or I guess afternoon where you're at. Hi, Glenn. How you doing? Overall, we give no fucks about authority, especially relative to China. Americans believe in our constitutional rights and that we are well free, even if things we do with that freedom are retarded. Dude, everybody's speaking out against fucking Binance, bro. Rodney, are you going to get on Austin's pre-sale play with Peerwall? Yeah, probably. Austin's kind of batting 1,000 with fucking pre-sales so far. CZ acting like everyone is a retard reveals how much of a fiat extracting pleb trap Binance is. No one is getting paid to FUD Binance. People are finally speaking up about their shady business practices. Binance is amplifying them to the crisis. Blah, 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 blah. Remove your funds from Binance. I agree. No one's getting paid to. What's up, John? How we doing? I've been waiting years to make money in crypto for 4 years. I'm tired, Grandpa. I know. It's too damn bad. I'm tired, Grandpa. Does anyone know where that's from? That's too damn bad, baby. Just keep your crypto in your own wallet. Don't leave it on. Yeah, I know, but if Binance has so much power of the market, we have to talk about it. What's up, John? How we doing? Long time no talk. Hope all is well. Yes, that's why I stream in the evening to see some of you guys. I am going to miss Javi, though. I know Javi's not here right now. I miss you, Javi. Just thinking about you, bro. Thinking about you, bro, right now, you know? I'd sing a song, but I don't think people want that. If pre-sales become a thing, I'm going back to work. Rodney, check our Aries on Tron. It's sending. Oh, man. I don't have. Yeah. Is it on CoinMarketCap? Tron token's making a comeback? Dude, the Tron phase was fun. It lasted like a month, but that shit was fun. It's from my mouth because I'm tired. So I'm tired, Grandpa. That's too damn bad. It's from holes. Hey, let me grab some socks. I got cold feet. Not like that. I need some socks, baby. Oh, sorry. No, I thought you were watching something. Okay. Dude, no one's getting paid to FUD Binance, bro. You know? Stanley Yelnats is about. I know, dude. I gotta take a piss too. Give me 1 second. Fuck McDonald's, here I come. Oh, I love McDonald's. You know, Chick-fil-A is superior though. I've been ordering in chicken minis with my girl in the morning. She kind of put me on the chicken minis. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you. Take a piss. I'll be back. I have a secret, guys. Binance is paying me to FUD Binance. Or people are paying me to FUD Binance. He really be calling for baby. Baby! I call her baby. Oh, she doesn't think I'm calling for her. Stanley Yeti Cupson? What's up, Design? What do you mean? Stanley Yelnats? Yeah. Dude, Holes is such a good movie, bro. Still, no, I'm in Virginia again. All right, some more Binance hate. Let's get into it. Talk is cheap. More than $10 billion liquidations on Binance alone, but they underreport numbers by an order of magnitude. Binance was one of the biggest profiteers of the liquidation cascade and made sure the market makers get out first. Now they give users $4,000 to $6,000 and are surprised they are mad, just like a bank that foreclosed on your house but gives you a Starbucks gift card. It's something, you know? I know, I saw that. Yeah. I did see that, but like it's applicable to the post I just read right now, my Crypto Space UK. You know? I think I got $50 for like losing 15K. Thanks, CZ. Rod, remember, make sure you make the safe word the N word. It's pineapple. It's pineapple. By the way, guys, safe word's pineapple. Entire crypto Twitter, Binance is bad. BNB KL network, a small inorganic group of people are being paid to call Binance bad. The irony, that is so true. That is so true. What do you mean it's orange? You seriously lost money on Binance? Well, I lost money on BNB meme coins is what I'm saying. Just, everything dumped, is what I'm saying. I didn't lose money. I can't use Binance. I'm an American, unless it's Binance US. Sweet memes are on a huge discount. Let's pick up a couple together as a community. Well, I'm just loading up on Lofi, to be honest. And that's why I can't go to Texas. I don't think anyone's being paid to FUD, literally paid to FUD Binance. That's kind of crazy. But yes, obviously, a lot of us are waiting for Sweet memes to do better. I know that. Yeah, I know. Twisted fucker wants the hard R. I know he does. I've been buying Pepe. How much Pepe do you have? Quite a bit. I've been buying a lot of the dip on Pepe. I'm really all in on Pepe, so it kind of can't lose, Oh my God, this is a. What's up, Mizzy? How we doing, bro? Mizzy. Oh, this is fake, isn't it? James Wynn got liquidated again. It seems that every time you hyperliquid new open positions, it doesn't take long. Jesus Christ. What's up, Deb? How we doing? 1974. What's up, Deb? Welcome. The fact that anyone would pay Roddy to FUD, just wait. He'll do it for free. That is true. What's up, Deb? It looks like you're new to the stream. Welcome. Yes, I'm a Lofi bull. Let's fucking go. Yeah, I do. We love Lofi. We're big Lofi guys here. We love Lofi. She started a BNB meme coin called FUD BNB. Oh, dude, and be the ticker paid. Dude, that's so good, dude. That's actually so good. Or a Solana token called FUD BNB and the ticker be paid. All right. Tom Lee said ETH will be 10K. I fucking hope so, G. I hope so, John. I hope so. I feel like motherfuckers be saying anything. Do you hear about the crypto millionaire who unalived himself last week? Yeah, Julio Don. So, we had the biggest liquidation event ever, $19 billion in a day. And it was like I think it was a Ukrainian influencer or something. He shot himself in his Lamborghini, which is kind of poetic in a way. Right. But yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah. I mean, the whole liquidation thing is a combination of Trump not shutting the fuck up online and like literally just like being quiet versus and paired with people being over leveraged. Hey, Rodney, let's go. Pepe, the comeback on base. Pepe will be violent. Currently the most slept on base coin. I do believe it's one of the most slept on base coins. I agree. It's not that. Okay, the thing is, like, CZ is like he's obviously like elevating a lot of other people in the space, like reposting their posts and stuff like that. Like, these guys aren't the best of the best. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. I gotta, but it's like the idea that, I mean, they're getting paid in like social, like clout, like engagement and stuff like that to like go out and defend CZ because he's reposting their stuff. And if CZ wasn't out there and being friends with them and reposting their shit, they would not be out there fucking in the street battling for CZ. The cock riding is getting insane. I'm going to be honest. Deb says, 18 members. Hey, yep, my first visit to your stream, Rodney. I've listened on your live X Spaces. What's up, Deb? Welcome. And I'm glad you like the X Spaces. Awesome, and I need to bring them back. We just had some scheduling issues and stuff like that, but it's good to have you here, Deb. It's good to have you. Yes, smash the like button. Good to have you here. Welcome to the Degenerates. Yeah, I've heard about that dude in Ukraine that's fucked up big time. I mean, yeah, I think he got liquidated for like $19 million or something like that. Yeah, I missed the news for today. What happened in 2 sentences? It's really just Coinbase versus BNB, Coinbase execs versus BNB. CZ like responding to a lot of people, people calling out BNB for bad listing practices or milking the community. And Coinbase is actually going to list BNB, which is crazy. So I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but let's go. Yes, smack the like button. Happy to be here. Let's go. And shout out to the people watching over on X. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, what's up, Knox Bill? How we doing? Welcome, Knox. GM. Let's see. Note that when Binance announces airdrops for BNB holders, 71% of that airdrop goes to Binance and CZ. What's more, Forbes estimate that last year CZ owned 64% of the total BNB supply. It's indirect listing fee on top of other scamming fees. Interesting. Black raspberry ice cream is the shiz. It's so good. Thanks for sharing, dude. Anything black raspberry is good. I went to I think it's called Bull Rock, like a brewery, and I had like a black raspberry beer. It's pretty bussin'. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you. It was bussin'. Oh, this is the deleted tweet from Binance. Pretty much, they Look, it says, given the egregious and inexcusability of CJ's actions, so like a small account with like 5K followers called out Binance and said they had scammy listing. They're pretty much saying that they're charging an arm and a leg to get listed on their exchange, pretty much. And they're threatening to sue a small account for saying some shit just because it got a lot of engagement. Now, to me, that sounds when people offer like fucking, when people go after people with like litigation and stuff like that, like it's bad. But yeah, black raspberry, anything is good. I honestly like orange, like creamsicle. I think that's the best. That's the best ice cream flavor. You ever had one of those orange creamsicles? Little orange ice cream with like the orange like popsicle with some orange cream inside. Sounds good. Orange Twinkie, orange cold Twinkie on a stick. I just opened my Binance account and saw they sent me 4K in USDC. What? Who? Send me 4K. They didn't send me any money. To every founder out there still considering giving 10% of your tokens to be dumped by the emperor for a listing, I ask that you reconsider. 0%. I mean, to be honest, like a lot of these exchanges do these things. Like they're here to make money too, right? Got to try PB&J beer out of Knoxville. PB&J. I mean, Knoxville. I'm fucking Knoxville from Knoxville. I'm honestly down to try it. That sounds delicious. I love a good beer. I'm a big beer guy. I love IPAs. Like nice. Like Portland has good IPAs. San Diego, California has good IPAs. I think that the Brett community might be a little upset that Toshi's beating Brett right now, but it doesn't have to be that way forever. This is a sidebar here. A lot of the Brett community is upset that Toshi is taking over Brett in market cap size. I just think like it could be fine later down the road. Brett could flip Toshi again, but I see a lot of people lashing out. I know Crash is really on that ass right now, but let's see. You showing your white side? Beer? I mean, Binance is very important one to list on. No matter how you look at it, it's where the most volume happens. That is true, but that's true. But how much of that volume is legit is what I'll have to ask. And then, it should cost $0 to be listed on an exchange, right? Because yeah, you're getting volume, but at the same time, if they're dumping your token to oblivion, like the thing is like it'll work out if your project is one of those organic ones, right? Doesn't matter how much they sell. Going to the lounge, flight's delayed, so let's degen. Let's go. Hey, not a bad time to have your flight delayed. I hate delayed flights. It's kind of crazy that after all this time we've had airplanes, it's like we can't avoid. I mean, weather's a huge part of it, though. Oh, so Crypto.com coming out against Binance, I guess. So regulators should look into the exchange that had the most liquidations in the last 24 hours and conduct a thorough review of fairness and practices. Any of them slowing down to halt, effectively not allowing people to trade. Were all trades priced correctly and aligned with indexes? Oh, this is crazy because remember, Crypto.com has a partnership with Trump. That's actually a big deal. That's a big deal. Are their internal trading teams fully Chinese walled? 20 billion liquidation. A lot of users got hurt. The job of regulatory bodies is to protect the consumers and assure market integrity. So obviously he's talking about Hyperliquid too, but Binance is like definitely underreporting their numbers. That's interesting. That's actually a big deal. I didn't even know that. Delayed flights suck. I know, dude. I know. And what I hate most about delayed flights, though, is like, if it's a weather delay, you're going to get another one. Like you're sitting there looking at your plane. It's not even like in the thing yet to be boarded. Like the other people haven't got it off yet, and it hasn't given you the update on your phone. That shit actually sucks. What dumps product to oblivion as well as the airdrops meta is that pretty much all products do now. It's just stupid, to be honest. Everyone always dumps their tokens. That is true. That is true, Pygos. But we shouldn't have the exchange doing it too, right? Shush Jayhawk, you square bear. You don't even drink or smoke. Coinbase is going down for maintenance on the 26th market. Must be pumping that day. I hope not. I do trust Coinbase more than I trust Binance. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's a publicly traded company, right? It can't, it can't be can't be less trustworthy than Binance. It's got to be better. All right, see how the rest of the market's doing. It's kind of market's dumping. Trump's rugging us to hell. Enron was a publicly traded company. True, Glenn. I know that. But I'm saying a crypto exchange, right? I know that. And that was like back in the day. Now crypto exchange. Can you imagine being Coinbase when the SEC was around? If they had any shady stuff going around, the Enron situation was a big issue with the whole SEC. Same thing with like the Bernie Madoff situation. There were so many times where he could have got caught. Under Gary Gensler, if Coinbase was doing anything bad, they would have got absolutely fucked already. But that is a good point, Glenn. That is a good point. Julio, no doubt. Let me see. No more alt season, as in time is running out of the cycle. Still a thing. Any thoughts? Yeah. So the alt season, Merksman, and that's actually a good point. So with the whole alt season situation, we have had some sort of altcoin pump. It hasn't been the old tried and true altcoins, but Ethereum hit an all-time high. BNB is doing amazing things. Tron's doing amazing. It did amazing things. We had bangers like Kaspa, Sui, Hyperliquid, Aster. Like we had some altcoins do some other meme coins do some insane things. We're just not having some of the OG ones that the Cardanos and the Polkadots do some insane numbers. Even XRP was able to hit an all-time high. Obviously Bitcoin dominance hasn't gone down, and people, I mean, a little bit, right? But people look at that as like a marker. But I mean, so there's so much institutional interest in Bitcoin. It's like hard to tell, like, are we ever going to get Bitcoin dominance to a place where we consider it altcoin season? It's kind of interesting. So I wouldn't say necessarily we haven't had an altcoin cycle. There's been plenty of altcoins. It's just that some we haven't, some that we have, some that we hold probably didn't pump. You need to watch The Smartest Man in the Room, such a good documentary about Enron. Okay. The only guy to get out as the Asian CFO was the Asian CFO. The Big Short's a good movie. Well, yeah, if you go with the 4-year cycle, then it's over for the 1,064 days of Bitcoin hit already. But in 2017, altcoins topped out a month later. Just be ready for both scenarios of the continuation of the bull, but definitely be ready for the bear. I think if what happened, I think that what happened a few days ago really showed us that we're not safe. People are just over leveraged, right? At some point, Bitcoin dominance will fall. Yes, it's inevitable. It always falls. Alt season hasn't started yet. Well, porn, yes, that is true historically. But keep in mind that we haven't had this much institutional interest on Bitcoin. Like, there's so much interest on Bitcoin. It's the reason why Bitcoin's doing crazy numbers. Like, maybe we won't get like 48% Bitcoin dominance. Like, maybe it'll just be 55 or something like that. Rodney, you hiring? I'm a one-man team. The Big Short's awesome movie. It's a great movie. Fantastic movie. It's hard to say whether it's altcoin season or we're not going to have an altcoin season or something like that. I mean, who knows? This is pretty funny. People keep announcing that they're getting rid of Binance. This person said, "This is not an airport. No need to announce your departure." That's pretty funny. But BNB wars are out, bro. This bull run is so manipulated. 1,000%. 1,000%. Like I said before, guys, if you got to get with the program. The president, I'm going to be honest. I'm a big Trump supporter, but a few things rubbed me the wrong way. First, the Epstein files. If there's one thing we can agree on, we can't allow people to be banging kids. But apparently, if you're an elite billionaire, you can bang as many kids as you want and get away with it scot-free. Apparently. And apparently, there are no Epstein files. It was just a figment of our imagination. That and the fact that, Trump token and Melania coin and the connections to Yeezy coin, Libra token. And then we have World Liberty Finance and the fact that Trump's tweeting shit that he wants to do policy-wise with tariffs. Like, just do the thing. Stop telling us you're going to do it. Stop posting shit because you're wrecking the market. Like, people are getting liquidated. And yeah, the crypto market's it's a weird situation for crypto. because we don't have the crazy SEC coming out throwing lawsuits on everyone, but man, people are fucking getting bold out here. And it can't be considered insider trading because cryptos are technically not securities. But godly, everyone was going to leave BNB and come back to Sol Watch. Hey, that could happen. That could happen. Remember, we've had like Base, and then we've had Tron, you know, and people were leaving Coinbase. But you know, thank you so much for reposting, Crypto Hodler. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Huge. But the bull run is definitely manipulated, right? Definitely. I just like people. Binance FUD campaign, Osama bin Laden FUD campaign. What does that mean? What does that mean? Not gonna tell y'all what I told you so, but yeah, I know. It's been crazy, you know. What? Paxos accidentally minted 300 trillion in unbacked price tokens. Funds are saved, just an operational error. What the fuck? Oh my god. Paxos is the one that made Binance stablecoin. Mistakenly minted excess PYUSD as part of a internal transfer. Paxos immediately identified the error and burned all the excess PYUSD. This is internal. Interesting. Can you make that mistake and send me some stable coins? Can you tell me I didn't get the memo? What the hell is even that? So I guess they have PYUSD as like a stable coin, maybe Paxos is a stable coin, and they accidentally minted 300 trillion of them, which is hilarious. What happened to BitBoy and Bencoin? Bencoin's a rug, but BitBoy's streaming again. So, oh, so Ethereum is still the number one ecosystem by new developers. So that's interesting. Obviously, you know, with Ethereum, you have all the different layers, right? So Base, Arbitrum, and stuff like that. Then it's Solana, which is crazy because there's no other layers, right? Then Mathematics right here. Stacks, Sui, Internet Computer, BNB. I can't believe BNB is behind Internet Computer. That's interesting. Have you guys seen this video with this guy was harassing this guy and he like knocks him out? This is pretty good. He's like harassing this guy and he hits him with like a 1-2. Just this guy's been, look at this guy's face, bro. Why would you fuck with this guy? Watch. Bow, 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 bam. Woo! Slept his ass, boy. That's how I do, Jayhawk. Jayhawk, that's how I do you. Just like that. Yeah, this guy was getting harassed on the train. That's crazy. Nick Fuentes podcast hit #1 after being allowed on Spotify, which is crazy. What kind of Temu dev did that? Yeah, I know. What a disappointingly stupid place CT has become. That is true. That's so true. Crypto Twitter is kind of degenerate. That's my kind of foreplay. 1-2. Binance FUD, the ordinal show. I love that. Damn, 3 trillion PUSD. Oh, Jesus Christ. Someone's accidentally minted 300 trillion PYUSD. I hope that no one gets affected and that's not a flaw. Otherwise, it would be really bad for crypto. It feels like we're walking on eggshells these days, guys. It feels like, it just feels like that. Like something feels like fucking about to explode, Breaking Binance lost over $21 billion used assets after the flash crash, biggest outflow ever. We did see that. I mean, they have more inflows today, but yeah, I did see that. Yeah. Look at Brand. I know, right? Look at Brand on the. Just stay with USDT and USDC, and you'll be fine. Yeah, you know what, Pygos? People have been trying to take out USDT for like a long time, and it's fine, right? Like Tether has been. Let's be real. Tether's been the best, and no one's ever been close. Let's be real. It's been Tether all along, right? Feels like it's over. I know. Pygo says don't go with all these new stables, bro. But USDC did depeg. I remember one time because Silicon Valley Bank was going down for a little bit. That was interesting. Yeah, Tether has died many times, almost as Bitcoin. Exactly. It's been the number one. It's always the number one. They had that Bo Hines guy who worked for the crypto team the president had go there, But yeah, crypto. It does feel like the top is here, doesn't it? It probably isn't, but I never had a problem with you. Me neither. But I remember CoffeeZilla made a bunch of videos about it, and people were making videos about it and stuff like that. Oh, so you can do Hyperliquid deposit and withdrawals live on Polymarket. That's actually big for Hyperliquid. If Trump makes a hard R coin, the market would pump. It would, dude. What are you talking about? But it would pump though. Can you imagine? USDC, there were problems in the past. I remember that, Pygos. Yeah, no, I remember that. I remember I called Jake one night because it was 86 cents per, USDC. And I was like, what the fuck? But that, the issue was Pygos, they had exposure to Silicon Valley Bank, which went down. The feds ended up like helping people. And if you were a depositor, which, Circle was in that bank, you got paid everything. So it ended up being okay, but because big government stepped in. So really, Jerome Powell kind of saved the crypto market at one point with that. That was a huge deal. What was this? We're excited to launch the Blue Carpet, a comprehensive suite of products and services designed to empower asset issuers. This is our way of making sure the next wave of builders have the tools to support for long-term success. Hit me up and learn more. So Coinbase is helping out, Do you think rates are coming rate cuts are going to be fine. Yeah, rate cuts are going to keep happening for sure. I got a fart, guys. Hold on. Let me mute the. All right, I had a fart there. I had to mute the mic. Yes, rate cuts are going to keep happening. For sure. I bought BNB on Coinbase, swapped it for Sol, and sent it to my Phantom wallet. All right, guys, I think it might be time to tap out here. I'm getting a little sleepy. I just chugged a Red Bull and I'm fucking tired. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. We will be live tomorrow in the morning again. Appreciate you guys hanging out late night with me. We'll do these streams if you guys like them a little later. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. Enjoy the rest of your night. Kayla, hope you get your flight. Hope it works out for you. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys. And I'll see you soon. Jesus Christ. Bye-bye.